talking about the Collins guy. I know who it is now. I was just informed. It's the guy from Brewster's Millions. God damn it, that was it. And that guy looks like a fucking pedophile. He does. He looks like a goddamn pedophile. So I throw that out there. Definitely looks like somebody that would have corner opulence with children. He does. Just thought I'd tell you guys that. Anyways, back to the young, beautiful, sexy, and delightfully charming Katie Summers. Kate, take it away.
All right, so a person close within the NFL has made a statement saying that between 2015 and 2016, there will be 2 teams coming to LA, and the St. Louis Rams is possibly one of them. Because the owner, Stan Kroenke, whatever his name is considering moving to LA.
I seen that report, and I thought about doing a bit on it, but then I was like, in the sense of, I seen a great article in the paper that the teams coming to LA are it's almost like a trick the NFL uses to make other owners and teams and cities afraid. Meaning, LA is the second biggest like sports market there is.
Mm-hmm.
Like media market, the whole thing. It's like the second biggest. And yet, we don't have any football teams. But yet, the threat is always out there that we're going to get them. So what happens is, you own St. Louis Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And you are the owner. You're part of the NFL owner group, the little conspiracy that says you can beat the shit out of your wife and we'll help you cover it up. Mm-hmm. And you need a new stadium. Well, the NFL, they say, whether it's behind closed doors or a wink and a nod, will basically help you create this bullshit notion that unless that city gives you money to build a new stadium, you're going to move to LA. So the whole LA move thing is always out there, but it never comes to fruition, because if it does, those threats that these owners use to the cities to get funding will be gone. And the other big threat that is out there is a team in Europe. So
yeah.
That's the other team. That's the other threat. So then if LA is not big enough for some people, so if a city or somebody goes, oh, we're going to move the team to LA, well, how about this? We're going to move the team to Brussels. So this notion, they say, as much as it's real, a lot of times these inside sources say it's really just a bullshit ruse that the NFL does with these owners so that they can get these cities to lay out money. Because these owners don't lay out the money themselves.
Right.
Very few of them do. Jerry Jones, I think, laid out the money himself.
He laid out a lot of it, but it was more of, the city of Arlington, Dallas, like that whole metroplex.
Yeah. A lot of these organizations go to the city and say, we need a new stadium and we need money. We're going to put in, the stadium's going to cost $1.3 billion. We're going to put in $500 million. we need you to come up with 700 million. We need you to come up with that, and we'll, give it back in a form of, leasing rights that you guys can have, whatever the hell it is. But the threat is, if you don't build us a stadium, we're going to move. And that's what's happening in St. Louis, that's what's happening in Oakland, and that's what's happening in San Diego. Because all three of those teams, their leases are up, and the owners want new stadiums. And the cities are like, fuck you, we don't want to build you a stadium. So San Diego, believe it or not, is also on the verge of losing, because the city of San Diego doesn't want to build them a stadium. And they play at Qualcomm, or whatever the hell old ass stadium it is. And San Diego's like, we want a stadium, and the city's not budging. So that's why they say we could get two teams. But the other source that other article I read said, LA, don't get too nuts. You can't even get one, let alone two.
And also the thing is, they can't even get a stadium put together.
Yeah, and we can't even get anybody to agree on building a stadium. And what they say is the same thing we've always heard. The new team that comes to LA will play at the Coliseum, or they'll play at the Rose Bowl until the new stadium is built. It's the same shit.
You might as well just keep them in the fucking old stadium
same
until you build
shit
one.
We always hear.
And that's another thing too, is they wanted the next draft to be in LA, but they put it in Chicago because LA doesn't have anything ready yet.
Yeah.
LA doesn't have a stadium. LA doesn't have a ground for NFL. So it's like, why would we have the draft when there's nothing there?
Exactly. So it's we'll see. And they say if it goes down, there's supposed to be an announcement in like this next year.
Yeah.
So like if this is all legit, by the end of this season, we'll know if one of these teams are coming here.
They should get the LA people to make a stadium for the Oakland Raiders, so the Raiders can then transition to a whole new team, and they can get a whole like coaches, and they can get the players and everything they wanted.
If I had an option, I'd rather have the Chargers than Oakland and St. Louis, because the Chargers are good. Chargers are actually good.
But also, I mean...
But Oakland would be the first... Oakland and St. Louis were here before.
Well, put the Rams, like St. Louis aside. My thing is just aside with Oakland, because then you get, if they're talking about two, you get San Diego and Oakland, and you make them LA teams, but you keep, like I would keep, San Diego, because it's so close. It's already like how San Fran and Oakland is, because they're like already there. It's like, would you just put San Francisco Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers? I mean, you could have the San Diego Chargers and the LA Raiders, and it's like a huge competition, because the cities are so close as it is, and it's a good competition. If you get like a better team together, like get a team together that's an actual competition for the Chargers, because they are good. So it's like, ooh, like our ticket sales are, everyone's buying the LA, or everyone's buying San Diego.
The Raiders would be good. You know why? At this point, I don't give a shit. Any team, give us.
They should just do it. I mean, they should just do it already. They should try and get money for this new stadium, get the stadium put together, get the team intact, and just do it. But I understand it's a whole process and everything. It's
a chicken before the egg, or an egg before the chicken. Because the LA doesn't want to build a stadium without being guaranteed a team, and the NFL doesn't want to give LA a team without a guarantee that LA is going to build a stadium. Like at the end of the day, you can't have a professional football team playing at the Coliseum, because the Coliseum's shit, it's old, and you're never going to put 100,000 fans in that old piece of shit stadium. and you don't want a team playing in the Rose Bowl because now you got college. It's like it's a stadium now that's shared by USC, UCLA, and Rose Bowl games, parades,
and then
concerts.
In California, the California.
Yeah, I mean it's just fucking and then now all of a sudden you have a pro. Nah, you can't do that. So the NFL doesn't want to go. Okay, here you guys get the Raiders or you guys get St. Louis, and then next year the LA goes. We decided we're not going to build a stadium. And then you have what happened before, which was nobody wanted to go to the Coliseum. The stadium was shit. Parking shit. Everything is shit. And because you have blackouts, meaning you have to have a sellout in order to broadcast it on TV, you could never put 80,000 people in the Coliseum. I mean, even big stadiums of popular teams don't put 80,000 people in a fucking arena. You know, a lot of those places hold 60,000, 70,000, 58,000, 80,000 people. 100,000. I mean, I think the Coliseum holds, when it's packed, 90-something thousand people. I think that's what it does for a football game. Unless it's a national championship or a Super Bowl or the Olympics, you ain't putting 100,000 people in that place for a goddamn Pittsburgh Steelers against the Los Angeles Raiders on a Thursday night shit-ass game with the crappy-ass quarterback, David Carr's brother in there. Ain't gonna happen. So it's like chicken or the egg, who comes first? And that's where the NFL and LA is, because nobody wants to commit to anything unless each of them have some type of an agreement. So who the hell knows what's going to happen? But if it does, we'll know by the end of the season. Because you're talking, they say within a year to 24, they say within a year to 20 months, we should have 2 teams. So we would know in 6 months. We'll know after the season who's going to move here, because that's when they go, all right, we're moving the team. We'll know by that, or we'll know towards the end of the season when some of those teams are out of the playoffs. When the Raiders have won 1 fucking game or 2 games and they're done and everybody's grumbling, you'll be like, Davis said he's going to move the team to LA. And then they'll get people excited. So, we'll see. I don't know. Anyways, what else you got?
Richard Sherman has a new enemy. And that enemy is the receiver, Pierre Garçon.
Pierre Garçon!
Which I'm like, a French dude on the Redskins? It's very funny. But he's a black kid, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, that kid's French and black.
He's a
French black man.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it could happen.
Hey, Pierre Garçon. He used to.
Wasn't he with the Giants or something?
Yeah,
like
I think he was with the Giants originally. I think he was on the Giants Super Bowl team. I
think so, because I remember him being on a blue team that was really good.
I think he was on the Giants Super Bowl run where he won.
Because I know that name, and I'm like,
pretty sure he was the last championship they won. Pierre Garçon was on there.
And you know what's really funny? I don't think you noticed this, but I noticed this about myself, is whenever I know a player, like I'll know a player, right? I'll be like, oh, they've been on a team before. I'll remember what color.
Yeah.
I won't remember the name.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure Garçon was on the Giants.
Yes.
So go ahead. What's going on with the guard?
Sherman doesn't like him because during a play where they said that Sherman was holding, the guy, Pierre Garçon, actually grabbed his hair. And now he doesn't like the guy. And he's like, don't be touching my hair. Oh, and he's like, Pierre doesn't even matter in this league. Okay.
Yeah, I think last night when we were watching the game, they mentioned not their fight, but that he got his hair pulled. That Richard Sherman got his hair pulled.
But that's a legal play. Because
Yeah,
that's part-
technically you could pull a
because you could-
motherfucker's hair
well,
that's
because
hanging out of his helmet.
Yeah, because you can pull because it's part of uniform.
Yeah.
So that's what my
Pull
dad.
it's part of your body.
But, well, that's what my dad said. It's like part of you, like if it's like
Yes.
part of body, part of uniform
Yeah.
type thing. So yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, you remember Marshawn Lynch had his dread pulled out.
Yeah, and he actually picked it up, and he's
Yeah,
like.
I mean, there's been people that have been tackled by their hair.
Yeah.
That hair. That's why
Well, you know
they
who
say
would-
for the players, like, don't have long hair out your helmet because you could get it pulled.
Yeah, and you know, and I remember because when Palomano was with the Steelers, his hair would always get pulled.
Yeah.
Because his hair's like this big and it's long, and I guess it was him or another player that had long hair, like the barber guy from Dallas Cowboys. What's he?
Oh yeah.
Marion Barber.
Marion Barber.
He got his hair, but one of them, it was Palomano or Barber, complained, and then the NFL, like the next year, made a thing was like, well, it's part of your body, so if you get tackled, if you have long hair and you get tackled, then that's it. It's not a flag, it's not a penalty, it's not a face mask.
Yeah.
Don't have long hair.
Don't have
if
long
you're
hair
playing
hanging out of your
body.
helmet, or you can get it pulled.
So, because I remember Marion Barber was always pissed off about his hair getting touched.
So there you go. What's his name? Sherman, getting his hair pulled. He don't like that none too much.
No, he doesn't like anything. It's like I think being raised in Compton has affected you horribly.
Boys in the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doughboy.
It's like, don't touch me, man.
All right, what else you got? That's funny.
Okay, I kind of got like this is kind of like a funny bummer story.
Oh.
Alright, so there's this, he's a 3-star defensive end for the North Carolina high school. His name is Hushawn Gaines. He was talking with, over the summer with the Florida Gators about recruitment and stuff because because he's like really good. I mean, I guess because he's a 3-star defensive end, and I guess having 3 stars is pretty good if you're in high school. And I don't know. I'm just like, okay.
I'm just laughing because I'd seen the headline on this. I didn't read the story.
It gets better. All right. So he's like, meeting over the summer with different colleges, and hey, we like to recruit you. Well, over Twitter, he was talking to this person that claimed to be in with, the assistant Brad Lawing, I think is his name.
Yeah.
And or how you pronounce his name, should I say? And so, they were talking on Twitter and everything, and all of a sudden there was like a post that was like, we welcome Hushawn Gaines to the Florida Gators, and the kid was like, oh my god, I'm accepted. And then whenever the high school, got in contact with Lawing was like, well, we never discussed any kind of further. I haven't talked to him since school started. So it's been a couple weeks since I talked to him and to the Gaines, to the player. So there's been no confirmation. So the kid totally got catfished and was made to believe that he made the Florida Gators when he hasn't.
He got catfished.
Officially, yeah. But they really like him. That's the thing, is they really like him and they do want him. But I think it's Vermont that wants him too. So I guess who gives a better scholarship? I don't know how that works. But yeah.
You got catfish.
Wait.
So that's horrible. And it's shame on him though that he would actually be gullible enough to think that all of this is being conducted over Twitter and and electronically, and that without proper credentials, it would that he would fall for this. it's one thing somebody goes, hey, I'm from, a news agency. It's kind of like what I've gone through sometimes. Oh, I want to interview, or I'm from this, I'm that. I don't get excited about anything until I do research and go, okay, this person is legit. Okay, this person is a real reviewer. Okay, this person is a real thing. For this goofy kid to as it's going, oh, you're with so and so. You're okay. You got phone numbers. You got information that I could actually talk to you, and it's not over DM on Twitter. And the minute that starts falling apart, it's bullshit. So, it is what it is.
Maybe the kid was just causing excitement.
I'm sure that's what it was. But, anyways, catfished. It's not just people getting catfished by big fat girls who say they're Playboy models, and then you go meet them at a bar and they're big fat girls. Or a guy that says he's Mr. Successful Executive and he shows up on a fucking skateboard.
He's like 800 pounds.
Yeah, 800 pounds on a skateboard, eating his own boogers. So, yeah, it happens even to college or high school football players and things like that. Anyways, what else you got, baby?
So, the Sacramento Kings rookie Nick Stauskas, he made his debut against the Toronto Raptors.
Debut?
He got 12 points. They lost. The Kings lost to the Raptors 99-94. And after the game, the kid was like, I'm like super excited. Like he was doing a little interview with Jason Jones of the Sacramento Bee. He's like, it's like really cool and it's a fun experience. And he goes, I understand that I'm a rookie and I'm white, so people are going to attack me at all times. Just coming out there in the game, I felt it right away.
Felt right away.
He felt it right away. Like
he felt it right away.
Because he was like, I'm a rookie and I'm white. It's like, you had to point out that you're white.
And then what happened?
Like that was it.
Everybody's got to be like,
why would you
what?
say that?
I can just imagine every player in the NBA just sitting around, they're watching Sports Center or whatever, and all of a sudden, and I know I'm white. What? Wait, what did that kid say? I know everybody's gonna attack me because I'm white. I felt it right away.
But dude, look at him. But look at the kid.
He's pretty white.
But he's like just so goofy looking. It's like he would say something like that.
Oh my God.
It's like, it's one thing, it's like I'm a rookie. People are gonna attack me, because I'm new and I'm fast and I'm tall. I'm 6'6" and I'm like this skinny guy. I'm like the Michael Phelps of basketball, But no, it's like I'm white. I'm not just a rookie. I'm a white rookie. It's like, are you in Oakland? I understand you're in Sacramento, but do you live in Oakland? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, okay.
That's pretty funny. So he's white.
Yeah.
And he plays basketball. And that's...
And I'm like, I wonder...
Like, I get what he's saying. I do. I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where...
You didn't have to say
Yeah, it's just weird that he would say that. Like, I get what he's saying. Basically, that being a white player in the NBA that's actually somewhat good is an anomaly. It's something that doesn't happen. And he will get more pressure put on him, even just on a ball busting basis.
I can only see in the locker room like, hey,
You
white
know?
boy. Hey, white boy. Because
Yeah,
it's like,
white
you
boy,
get used
come here.
to...
Like, yeah,
you
sure,
get used to
but
being called
to
rookie.
say that.
Yeah, it's like you get used to being called, hey, rookie, hey, rookie, hey, rookie. Like, hey, newbie, hey, this,
Because
hey, that.
as much as white players, as much as you hear ball busting going on in the NFL, there has to be a level of that in basketball, and there has to be a level of ball busting that goes on in basketball when you have a team, and there's white people in basketball. Yeah, and there's, even going back to Larry Bird.
Yeah,
so it's
Nowakowski.
Yeah, I mean, so it's got to be funny when you have teams and everybody's black except one guy. And there's got to be ball busting that goes on when they're all out and there's like 7 or 8 of them and then there's the one white guy. I'm sure they ball bust and be like, yo, bro, you're fucking really like a sword. I'm sure. So I get what the kid's saying. It's just weird to say it in a press conference setting and have people go, what did you just say? Like, yeah, I know it's like tough, I'm white and they're going to be coming at me more. And it's like, I don't know about necessarily coming at him more like, oh, let's go get the white guy.
Right.
Like, I get what he's saying. He's more, he's looked at more as the white guy. It's like, hey, look, black guy, black guy, black guy, black guy. Oh, it's the token white point guard making 3-pointers. Wow, you suck. We thought you would suck because you're white. Get back on the bench. But to say that, like, we could say it as the viewer, but for a player to say it, it's just bizarre.
His next thing is like, well, I'm just saying what everybody's thinking.
It's like, yeah, but dude, you got to play with everybody. Now you're really gonna stick out like a sore thumb because you're out there saying.
Everyone's gonna be looking for you now. Be like, oh, there's the white kid.
There's a white kid with the big mouth saying he's white.
Like, it's his locker
It's like,
room
yo, bro,
say,
we didn't know. Are you white? That's what like his teammates are gonna go. His teammates are gonna be like, hey, do you know you're white? He's gonna be like, all right, guys, I'm sorry. I said something fucked up. Hey, I'm telling you that, like, when you see the Hard Knocks and like they got the rookies and they're filling their cars up with like popcorn and they're fucking with them. This guy's gonna get fucked with like constantly. They're like, yo, Ruck, what's up? You know you're white? All right, guys, I get it. They're gonna bust his balls. Like, hey, you're white, aren't you? He's like, yes, I'm white. Okay.
Do you know that you're a really tall white guy?
Did you know you're a really tall white guy? Did you know that? So, all right. Well, what's his name?
Nick.
And Nick.
Stauskas.
I was gonna say he's an Italian kid. Just the name Nick.
I think
Hey,
he's Polish.
Nick.
It sounds Polish.
Well, if he's Polish, then we could understand why he would make such a stupid comment. Because Polish people are historically stupid.
And when you look at his name, it's like Nick is N-I-K, and I'm like, that's not how Americans spell Nick.
He's Polish. He's a Polak.
Polish or German?
Yeah, he's German.
He's a Dirk Nowakowski.
But I would
His name
understand
is-
more of the Polish in him for saying goofy things like he's white.
I'm
white.
a rookie, and I'm white.
I'm a rookie and I'm white. I'm white.
I hope Eminem sings about him now.
So funny.
The white rookie.
He must be good though.
I guess he had 4 turnovers, 4 fouls, and
That don't sound good.
12 points.
4
And
fouls.
in his first 20 minutes of the game. 25 minutes. So, yes.
Well, if they're making a big deal, not just that he said he's white, but if they're making a big deal that he played and he got points, and they're giving him like time to interview him, he must be good though. Like he must be a rookie.
He was one of the top drafts.
Yeah,
he
so
was
he
from
must
Michigan.
exactly. So he must be good,
Yeah.
and that's why they're paying attention to him. So that's good.
And he's
now,
tall.
that's gonna be funny. Yeah, fans are gonna fuck with him. You'll see fans busting his balls.
They're the jerseys that they wear will say white guy.
Yeah, white guy. You're the white guy. Hey, you're the white guy, aren't you?
And people are like, why does your jersey say white guy? I'd be like, you don't know about Stauskas?
He's white. That's gonna be thing. Hey, you know about that Nick Stauskas? Yeah, he's white. Oh, really? He's white.
I kind of want to get his jersey now and like just put white guy.
Just white guy.
The white guy.
He's the white guy. He's the guy that He's the guy that goes into like where they're all playing cards and they're listening to fucking Kanye, and he walks and he's like, I love this. I got all. What's up, bro? And they're like, come on, white guy.
He is totally that. I wear Ralph Lauren like bright pink shorts, and I listen to Kanye West.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah.
Dude, Jesus Walks is my favorite song, yo.
Yo, man. I feel, let me tell you guys something. I feel your plight, man. It's like, I want to march with them people in Ferguson. I feel that pain. And they're just, and you just see all the players looking at him with this, get the fuck out of here, Nick. What, man? Yo, I used to watch MTV Raps, yo.
I used to watch Cribs. And Pimp My Ride. Pimp My Ride is my favorite TV show.
He's like, I got spinners.
Exhibit is the greatest rapper of all time. Him and Ice-T.
Yo, I got spinners. All right. Damn.
Tupac is intense.
I love Biggie, yo.
Notorious. Yeah, he's notorious. B.I.G. Oh, you can spell white boy. Yeah.
I'm fucking white. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm white. And
That's Rob White.
I'm Rob White. I'm not Rob Black. I'm Rob White. We are done. It's over. Finished. Finito. Completion to the highest degree. And it's time for us to go and leave. So, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is Katie Summers. She's going to do her catchphrase sign-off. So, let's not make sounds.
Oh.
Let's not interrupt her.
I love this ball busting. It's like a ball busting apology.
It's not a ball busting.
It's like the apology you don't want to do, but it would make funny TV, so you're going to do it anyway.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
yes,
it's not.
it is.
So, without further ado, white girl, take it away.
Au revoir. Au revoir.
Ooh, that was the one that was a makeup from yesterday, and then the other one was to tell us how much she will miss us. Anyways, it's Rob Blackstein. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Good